4 o'clock, I call the Grayson County Economic Development Authority to order. We have 4 out of 6. I guess we'll have a quorum. 2 one's on vacation, one putting the pay. So, if everybody has a chance to look over the minutes from last meeting, I look for motion to approve.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You want to amend the agenda on presentations?
I do, but I thought I would.
Approval first?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. It don't matter.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Here's a motion second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
So, and also financial report. Any questions on it?
The only thing I'll say is we just cut the checks for Wyatt, the loan repayment and the grant. So it won't show up on here yet, so we just cut that. Everything else is up to date.
Okay. Questions? All right, on presentations, I want to amend the agenda to, Travis Belton and Baywood Community Group to postpone it for next meeting. And that being said, have the full board in to hear the presentation. So, need a motion to approve or just amend it.
I would amend it, yeah,
Okay.
to have them present at the next EDA meeting.
Right. And y'all have your packets, but be something that we need the whole board to listen to. And the country singers, are they gonna be here?
I assume they were. They came and met with me. I met with them for about, 45 minutes to an hour. We went over their presentation. We talked about what they did at the SBA, what they went through with the planning, the marketing. They got the invite to be here today, so I assume they were going to be here. But so far, they're not.
And I haven't heard anything from them.
She called me one time, but I've not heard from her since. Do you need to go over their presentation or wait on them?
I would wait because I think it'd be best if they present.
Okay. Their packets here and the menu and all, but.
If you have questions for them, I just can answer.
Well, maybe a short meeting.
This is okay.
Old business roundhouse.
So one of the tasks you gave us last time was to meet back with New River Conservatory. He gave us, New River Conservation Group, I'm sorry. He gave us an option this time that he didn't present last time. That was interesting for me. They can buy that property based on yellow book value. And I don't know a yellow book appraisal. Any idea what that is?
Yellow book is a new terminology for me.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I know what that means. Do you, Kenneth?
No, I don't know.
So I asked an appraiser that I know if he can do a yellow book appraiser, and he said no. There's only a few people that can do that. He doesn't have the I don't know if it's certification or what it is. Joan, you may know more
I'm
about
gonna Google it right now.
Okay.
Because it's something I've never heard of.
And then,
Yeah, I'm sorry. So if we are interested in having them conserve the property and improve that property, they would basically pay us the value of a yellow book appraisal. So they would order this appraisal, get the value of it, pay us the value of it. They would take ownership of it, and then they would apply for grants to restore that property, not the house itself. But they would do bank restoration. They may put native plants into that property. They would, try to turn that property back into something that, would be a usable, functional property. What they would do after that, I don't know exactly how that would look, but they're certainly willing to do that.
Clear some, who's they?
New River Conservancy.
Yeah,
That's it. Okay, it's not the previous one.
no. The other option obviously is for us to go out and get final to offer for sale. We did some market analysis on it just to see what we thought we could get for it. We could go forward with this yellow book appraisal just to see what that comes out at, and work with them if you're wanting to have that property, basically restored or improved, and then potentially kept in an easement if that's what you're looking to do.
If they done that, do they open that up for public use, or is it?
I think they're willing to do a lot of things depending on what the board would like to do. You find anything on the yellow book?
Yeah, it's a very, AI has a very ambiguous description
Sure.
here. It just says the Yellow Book appraisal, formerly known as UASFLA, is a strict valuation standard required when the U.S. federal government acquires, exchanges, or condemns private property. It ensures landowners receive just compensation under the Fifth Amendment by strictly adhering to federal eminent domain laws. And it's what does it, what makes it unique? It has to have a 10-year sales history of the subject property rather than 3 years. It's probably, I would suspect it's a more expensive. They compare it to, they start talking about it, comparing it to commercial appraisals, which of course are much more expensive. So that's what I'm.
What's a commercial appraisal cost at this point? Yeah.
About the last one that we had done over here, it was $2,600. They're really comprehensive, and we were asking for a number of different things, not just the value of the property too, but that's about standard, I think, for the area.
Anything else on Round House?
So I just need to know what direction the board would like us to go with this point. That was the one thing you asked us to do from the last meeting. Unless I'm missing something.
And the sell of them at that yellow book value or whatever, they would keep that property under their holdings. They wouldn't turn around and try to resell or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, I guess, I wonder if they could resell it with a conservation easement on it, but he didn't mention that. He didn't mention that as his thought was apply for grants to do work to the property, to improve the property. So they would raise the building, RAZ, raise the building. I hadn't heard that term before. In other words, take it down and dispose of it.
And it needs to be.
And it needs to be. And then they would improve it, whether it would be river, creek and bank restoration. So they would be applying for grants to do all these things to improve that property. Yeah. Or you could sell the property.
Are they gonna pay for the yellow book appraisal if they are gonna pay for the appraisal, if it comes back much lower than what we feel like it's worth, we're not beholden to them for anything for getting the appraisal.
Well, I can ask him. And then if he says you are, then we could just give it ourselves. If you're interested in that. I could order their appraisal.
Sounds like it's gonna have to be a unique appraiser. I don't know what kind of time frame you may be
It
looking
says
at.
there's not a particular designation or license for it, but it says you have to have a lot of experience doing them, but there's not really so I don't even know how you would find someone if there wasn't.
He said they got a list
Oh, okay,
of folks that
because they have to use it all the
they
time.
use it all the time.
Yeah.
Hey guys. You said we don't know what the market value would be? Like just, we don't, or we do?
I think we got a pretty good idea.
several lots sold in the river lately to get a comparison, but what did you think? I don't know why a yellow book appraiser would be any better than a local guys.
They probably just have to use it because of the conservation.
It's some, I'm sure it has to do something with the conservation of the property.
It sounds like a government thing, the government's involved, so they're gonna say, you have to
I don't
use
know
one
why-
of our guys.
I don't know why we have to do bad abatement in, Walnut Knob, but we're doing it right now because the feds told us we have to do it, so.
Suggestions? Motions?
Part of me's like, if they're gonna pay to have it appraised, then, like I said, as long as we're not under some kind of contract with them if they do it.
And having the property restored and cleaned up and all that, it has some value, but it is curious to me what will happen. Like Betsy said, will the public have access to this property? What are their intent, what are their plans for it after?
They tell you
it comes upstairs.
I wouldn't want it to be something that, because you know, people are gonna go on it, you know, and I don't want it to be a constant trespassing, you know, them saying.
Trash that.
Yeah,
Well, you're gonna have either a piece of land that somebody owns, and you'll have to go, okay, somebody owns that, and then they do whatever they want. They don't want to tear anything down, or you can partner with a group here that, and ensure that they are doing what your wishes are. You may not get, I don't know what amount of revenue you'll get out of it. We'd have to wait and see on the appraisal. But you have a little more ability to direct what you want done with that piece of land, to my mind. If we open up for sale, somebody can do anything they want, campground, you know, wherever they want.
I'm for letting them do the appraisal myself, and seeing, you know, what it comes back at.
That'd be our next step. Somebody got a place, it looks like.
We don't have to have it appraised. We definitely don't.
But we do a yellow book.
If we
If we
go
go
this
this-
route, yeah, for sure, if we go this route, we would have to. So what I'm hearing, Jason, how you feeling about it?
I'm trying to consider in my head, you know, what's best for Grayson County and the residents. I feel like going that route with the Conservancy, the River Conservancy might be the better route, but you have to balance that with the revenue side of it. What are you giving up for that?
See, that's why I said,
Is it
you
worth
know,
it?
if their appraisal comes in and it's something that Steve says, that's way, way below what he feels like we can get for it, then can we say, no, we're gonna put it on the market?
I mean, I have no doubt the two are gonna be like this, but
You have that understanding, as long as they have that understanding, if an agreement needs to be written, we could write it in a simple agreement that if it doesn't meet X, then we'd like to,
So I guess what I would say is, what I'm hearing at least, tell me if you want me to do something else. Go back to Andrew, tell him we're interested in the appraisal process. If I'm wrong, correct me, what you want done here. Figure out if he gets the appraisal and it's under what our expectation of the property is, significantly under, then the board would need to discuss that. And if there's some type of commitment from him paying for the appraisal, then I'll get the cost of the appraisal for the EDA, and we can move out from, would the EDA want to pay for that appraisal? Or we gonna wait and see what he says about him paying for it and us not being held to anything, just getting an appraisal from him? That's the options I see right now.
be ideal to have him get the appraisal and pay for it, but I don't know if he'll agree with that or what their
I don't think we will either.
terms are.
he might have a better idea of what they actually cost, I guess.
I can't imagine it'd be what that appraisal cost for that building, you know.
It would be a lot less work involved in it, I would think.
I was thinking 800 to 1,000, somewhere around there, was my appraisers to take advantage of it.
So consensus to go in with it, see what he says about the yellow. Grayson. See what goes from there.
I think so.
Yeah, I think if he says, no, that's on us, we go ahead and do it. But if he says, no, we need the EDA to pay for it, we probably need to.
Split the cost with him, his office.
Yeah.
Do you
We
want,
probably need to have further discussion if it's gonna be back on the EDA before we do
so if
that.
it's further discussion, any cost, come back to the EA, or do you want to give me a number that you're comfortable with us moving forward? It doesn't, I'm not in a rush, I guess we're not in a rush on this property, it's just sitting there. So we can look back, but if we want some type of quicker movement,
This property's not costing the county anything, right?
a lot of headaches for emails, that's all.
See, that's how I'm like, are we going into a time of year where?
Well, I guess
the
the
market,
tax revenue on it, I guess you could,
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. You potentially lose and have a revenue in an account, that you can do something else with. It's just how fast you want to move.
I don't think we're in any hurry here.
so if they say no, we're gonna pay for it, you think we ought to come back and have further discussion on, if they're not gonna pay for it, do we even want an appraisal then?
I don't think that we need one if they're not.
I don't have any appraisal. If you're interested in this staying in some type of conservation easement and having somebody else raise the building, do some things that you might have some control over, because you can be you can kind of dictate to them the thing. I think we can shape this if there's a way you want to shape this with you as a partner. If you're more interested in going, let's get everything we can out of it, and where it happens, that's a different discussion.
If they're gonna do a conservation easement on the property, then that easement is more like a restrictions. If anybody bought it, they'd have those restrictions and they'd be protected. It's like a lot of river land is. Whoever buys it or whoever winds up with it needs to lease it, that they don't happen to be party goers or trash in place. Somebody has to lease that, which whoever buys it or the county. We're not looking at the county to keep it, correct?
I haven't heard that.
The easement holder, whoever holds the conservation easement, is incumbent upon them to police and make sure that the things that the easement forbids is not happening.
Yeah, the onus for sure,
Mhm.
John's right, the onus shifts. If you partner with somebody else like them, the onus shifts to someone else to ensure this looks a certain way, is maintained, there's,
I guess the next step is talk to them, see if who's paying for the appraisal, if they want it, and bring it back up next meeting. Or
whatever you want, tell me what you want, I'll do it.
Sounds good to me.
It's your call, however you want to do it.
So if they say they're not paying for it, or if they say we're gonna pay for it only under the condition that guarantees we're selling to them at that, then that's a no,
That's a no.
right? And so if they say that, what I'm understanding here is also saying, we're not gonna sell it to them, we're gonna move ahead with, because that's the only way they're gonna do it, is with the yellow book.
You still have the option to pay for it
Right,
through
but
your
we,
EDA funds, if that's something you're interested in. But what I've heard so far is you would rather me come back and talk to you first before we execute on anything else. If they say no, you can come back, say, hey, they said, here's the, if we're gonna pay for the, for the appraisal, here's what their requirements are. So you can understand that.
okay, yeah,
That's what I'm hearing.
It's still not, if they come back and say they're not gonna pay for the appraisal, it's still not dead, in my opinion. I think we just had a further conversation about how much that appraisal is gonna cost.
Okay. I'm tracking on everything.
Alright, see the ladies come in and we'll just back up a little bit and presentation of the Country Sisters.
Hello, good evening. I'm Shawana Fitz-Brown, and this is my partner Yvonne Williams. We come to you today with our opening of Country Sisters Cafe. We're coming before you in hopes for helping us with opening our restaurant, Country Sisters. We are asking for a grant or a low-interest loan towards helping us to reach our goal and giving our community and county a good country cooking restaurant. In hopes to bring in tourists and most importantly, giving our community a good family country food restaurant, we want to provide good prices, good quality, and home cooking. We want to bring food here where out-of-town family members and after church and visitors remember us for home-cooked meals. We want to complement our community and all the present restaurants in our town. We want to give back with student discounts, first responder discounts. I know as we were growing up, Paul's Restaurant and the Quick Check was a place we could go for a good and cheap, reasonable meal. Even if you couldn't afford the meal, I was still able to eat with what I could afford. I just want you to know that no child will be turned down a meal. We are asking for funding to help us make our place what it needs to be, properly opened and updated. With the help from Crossroads and helping us with our business plan, down to the most suitable place with parking and availability. A special thanks to Joni Keenan, Jenny Plant, and Kathy Stripling. We have listed all the equipment and things we need to open our restaurant. So we're asking you to please help us to bring back to our community a place of comfort country cooking that people will enjoy and remember. Just the very people that enjoyed my family's, the Brown's Restaurant. It just won't be a meal, it will be a meal served with love.
We have your menu and everything and that. Unless any questions.
Y'all did a really good job with your business plan. The breakdown is really good and clear, and I like your menu. One question, do you want to do breakfast? Do you have anybody that'll do breakfast for you? There's sort of a need for that.
Well, we didn't want to take away at first from the other restaurant. So that's something that's in the planning, but we didn't want to come in and feel like we were taking away from anybody else at first. We were just going to kind of see how it goes and roll with that, with just starting out with the lunch and the dinner. And also on our list, there was a few things that we didn't put on there that we need is a register system, which we're going to, my accounting said to deal with Square accounts and stuff like that, and we did not put advertisement. We forgot to put that on there. So that was a few other things that we needed help with. But eventually, yeah, we would love to start breakfast. We just don't want to
We
start
know
out
that
too
Grayson
big.
Diner does breakfast, so let them do that and we can do lunch and suppers what we were.
But we still might actually do that. I mean, if the
I can
community,
see y'all doing really well. People swinging there getting biscuit.
because that Quick Check did good for breakfast. They really did. And I brought that, we talked about that.
Questions?
So, your ask of the EDA, the total project funding, 75,000. Is that what you're asking for in combination of grant or loan or whatever? That's what you're looking for?
Well, we would love to have that. That's what we have come up with that we need to make the place suitable and to be able to be productive and have the restaurant going the way we want it.
It just remind me again, I think I might have asked you this the last time, but where are we at with the project right now? We're still just in the planning and researching phase of it.
Well, we've got our LLC, we've got like all of our licenses and stuff to get everything going. We're just waiting for some funding to help to see where we're at with it.
Can you talk a little about your history in this business, in this industry?
Well,
So we're actually already doing the meals and things, we just don't have the location. Like we cook, like I just did a graduation and I sell out every week. I've had a catering company. Her family's been doing this for years. Like everyone loves our food. Like I can't even, I have to cut my phone off every day because they're like, Mom, what are you making this week? What are you doing? What are you doing? So it's just,
Do you do it just as like a party, or do you have like a food truck, or where do people reach out to find your food?
I own a barber shop in Galax. So we have a smoking cut, so we do food there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
But you work,
Smoked
you
meats,
do
yes.
your food a lot from
it's
food.
catering, yes.
So what's that Keisha has that you do a lot of
That's
your kitchen? Yeah. And for me, it's always been a family thing. I grew up with it all my life since I was little with the Browns. And then, my Aunt Pauline had her restaurant here. And I feel like she would have did well if she would have had a better business plan. I just feel like that's where she failed at. So that's why I want to make sure that everything is legit and everything's done right, because I want it to prosper. I want to give something a good place to eat here. And, we're at the age now that we could, hopefully we'll be here for a while, to be here to, to carry out the family name.
You said something about 75, it might be a loan or.
We'll take both or whatever y'all can help us with, like a loan and a grant, we'll take it both, whatever y'all can help us with.
Have you explored any other funding options, or is this it?
This is it. This is it.
So, if the EDA was to come back and say, we can't do that or whatever, I guess what I'm asking is at what point is the project kind of dead or
Well, I
done?
mean, of course, we still would hope to do it one day, but not as quick as what it could possibly be now. I mean, I'm not gonna give up on it just because of, not getting funding, because it's a passion of mine. It's something I want to bring here. But of course, that would probably slow it down. It'd be a big difference.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to have a lot more equipment in that was there before.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's just so outdated, like the fryers and a lot of the equipment there, like the stove and stuff. There's like burners that are out, and we'll have to get a separate fryer for the seafood because you can't cook the chicken and stuff with the fish. We need coolers, ice cream machine. There's just a lot of things that we need, and we want to get new chairs there, paint, renovate the place. It's not. I'm not saying it looks bad, but we want it to look really nice.
So you don't have any kind of timeline projection, then, do you?
Well, we're hoping that we're possibly hoping we can open sometime this year, like within August.
What would it take to create that open in August, the 75,000? If you got 75,000 in a form of a loan or a grant, is your thought that you would open in August then? Or you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about employees?
And that's another thing. We have family, but we also want to give jobs to people inside of our community. Probably each shift, I think it'll take probably about 14 to 15 from talking with our business planner to even have the place up and running. It's going to take that many for like the morning and the evening shift.
Have you tried that? Do you see, I know Grayson Diner has trouble.
Well, we do have a lot of family, but I want to give other people opportunity to work too. Like if other people need jobs, I don't want to just support my family. I want other people in the community to have a job too. But we do have enough family to do it, but I also do want to help others with employment.
I just want people to work.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, we do have
Yes.
the family for that, but I just also want other people to know they have a job if they.
Can y'all if y'all were to get a loan or a grant, can you commit to stay open for a protracted period of time, 2-3 years, something like that? Can you commit to something like that?
Well, I'm hoping for my lifetime. I don't.
Well, that's always everybody's
Yeah.
intention.
But
I'm
yes,
positive. I
definitely
know
do.
that we will. Without a doubt.
I know when Grayson Diner was remodeling, they had a hard time with some of the stuff. It sounds like y'all are needing, getting getting it in? Didn't they have trouble like with their range hood? I don't know what this stuff's called. I mean, do you think if you had the money, is August feasible with having to do the remodeling stuff that
Well,
y'all gonna have to do?
actually, I'm gonna, I've already planned on quitting my job and actually being able to focus on my restaurant.
I'm not saying it's something new, I'm saying they have
Like getting
trouble
the
getting
people
it
there.
from the man, whoever was bringing in the
Freezer,
hoods
they
and
had
everything,
trouble, yeah.
it was like,
They've got, you got a hood fire suppression system that's in place and probably still working.
Yeah, that part does
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
That's the
and the coolers,
Their
the
food
coolers,
storage, yeah.
the
We
cooler
definitely need
freezer.
those dishes, it's just the little things, well, some little things and some big things, of course, the fryers is a big deal.
Are the
But
walk-ins operational?
the
there?
walk-ins are perfect, yes. We gotta move, which my husband is going to help us move, and I've talked with, Scott about moving the kitchen sink to the back of where the cooler system is, instead of being right there in the kitchen to give us more space. So there's quite a bit of renovating that we're gonna do, but we do have the help and the resources to do that. Not the funding, but like people to help do that.
Anything else?
what are your hours? Are they on here somewhere? And
We're gonna open 11 to 8:30.
would you stay open later, football nights or?
Absolutely. This is just starting. Of course, things will probably change. And just like the breakfast, we might end up doing the breakfast, but this is just starting out. We don't want to go too big and fail.
When you went through the SBA, did they have any concerns with the space?
They did actually pull it up, and there was more space there than it was at the Food Bonanza parking lot, considering the Spanish restaurant and the availability of parking out on the roads, the parking space to the side of the restaurant to right there. And whenever people would go to Paul's restaurant, they would park over the store part. So it actually showed that there was more parking. That was something that we told them was one of y'all's concerns. So they said that the availability there was a lot more than what it was across the road. Because you got people living in the apartments, you got the Spanish restaurant, you got people that park over there to go across the road to the ice cream shops and all of that. So they said that was the better parking.
Anything else? Well, we'll discuss this and we'll get back to Mr. Boyer and see what we can do for you.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank you guys so much for your
Thank
time. Thank you.
Right. Back on the agenda, new business updates, none, EDA agenda time. Professional items.
Can I ask a question? Where do we stand with the O-call thing? There's never been a call back or anything on that. Remember that?
Which part of it?
We had,
We were gonna owe
we may
Oh,
have to pay
X amount of
back.
dollars.
We hadn't talked about that? I thought we talked about that.
We did it, Town Council.
Oh. I'm sorry. I apologize. I've talked to the board. Wow. I am sorry. I thought I'd talk to you. I've got different boards in my head now. I apologize. So O'Call's paid off their debt. And so we are free and clear of any O'Call debt at this point in time, which means we are working on an agreement with the town. So, yeah. I'll do that. I guess I did not. I apologize. So, yeah, we got down to them owing like 88,000. They said, why did you check in the mail? I checked back with Tobacco Commission and they had received a check. So, we should do that.
That's good.
I'm having some brain issues, I guess. I apologize.
Never mind. Public comments. But, still need to go in executive session. Food business, 2.2, 371185. Respective business. Motion to go into closed session.
So moved.